Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and it is an opportunity again for me to talk to you today. Another privilege I have, and also I want to thank Chukokike for giving me this opportunity to air or say some basic things to us today. And also I want to appreciate you for clicking, and also please just like this video, share on all your social media platforms, subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed, and please make your comments, because I want to get real with us, and we are going to be discussing some very important things today that are very extensive. And all this while we've been complaining about so many things, talking about so many things that concerns things happening around us in our land, in Nigeria, the contraption, also regarding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But I want to really go very, very, very deep with us today, and to be sincere with us. We have deceived ourselves so much, and I won't blame us anyways, because the fact that we have been under colonial control, and we have been under the control of their proxy, including those who are in our land, who are from our land, who are being used as tools by the colonial masters to control us and to put us down. Most of us have not really understood how administrative things are carried out, how things are done in advanced places, in advanced system or society. And so we respond to things, we address things, we react to things based on our emotion, because those who are slaves are always emotionally inclined, based on the fact that the situation around them makes them lose their ability to reason properly or to be actively intellectual. So their intellectual part is suppressed by the nature of emotional trauma and situation and circumstance they are going through. So sometimes you find somebody who is under being persecuted or under slavery, wishing that they could be free, but when they think about the costs and the price of freedom, they prefer to remain and eat the crumbs rather than go through another pain, because they don't want to increase their pain. They believe that fighting for freedom is increasing their pain. Now, my concern today would be on the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I want to go very deep into it. It is obvious that most of us have really neglected the process of really freeing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are now concerned about the jamboree of who leads and who is supporting who and who is doing what and what is being done at a particular time, or the narrative of hyping social media, freedom fighting, and those who come to brainwash you to stand on their side and be on their path. And this has really caused so much, setback on the cause of freeing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and also on the cause of our nationhood. Let me tell you something. Our attitude, our action, our behaviors, the things we do have a way of affecting, or not just affecting us directly anyways, in the sense of just the affecting part of it, but the way also the outside world view us. People react to you based on how you respond to things, or based on your understanding. And when it comes to global association, interaction, operations, and all of that, those who oppress you observe you, your mood, your idiosyncratic way of dealing with things, especially when it comes to political and or economic or social activities. They want to view your response. That is why they would set things up to watch how you're going to respond, and then they would use that as a means of holding you. The reason why today the fuel cost in Nigeria is about 1,000 plus is because when the government came in, the zoo government, of course, the illegitimate construct called Nigeria, having a particular system called a government, which of course in actual sense or in advanced sense, it doesn't make sense, because you don't bring people together under the umbrella of a company, the name opening a company called Nigeria or Royal Niger Company, and then calling it short form Nigeria, and then you now create a government and tell the people that they are now under a nation or a country. It doesn't make sense, because these are nations on their own. You bring them together because you are stealing resources from them, and then you put them together and you want to control them administratively so that you'll be able to manage the resources coming from the lands. And then to make it easier for you, because slavery had been abolished and direct colonial control, colonial rule was a kind of, fading. And so you have to adopt neocolonialism, and then it will look like they are a nation or a country, but you're actually still colonizing them using their own people, and you staying away and then giving them a flag and a particular name, which is of course the business name. Anyways, that's not where I'm going today. Now, they raised the fuel cost, the price of fuel, because before they did that anyways, they first of all, removed the subsidy, the so-called subsidy, the corruption and the criminality surrounding the issue of subsidy, and then they raised the price. When they raised the price, they tested the people, they tested the waters. The people were still, all they do is complain, as the manner of slaves would do, complaining secretly or complaining to themselves, and finding solace in their religious programs. Some of them go to church and they find solace in prayers, in believing that God is going to solve the problem. They find solace in one another, where they gossip and just attack one another, abuse one another, this tribe against that tribe, and that tribe accusing the other tribe for the situation and the problems they have. And then suddenly the people talk about protest, and then it becomes tribal. This tribe does not want to support, that tribe doesn't want to support. And so they have understood the idiosyncratic behavior of every tribe. And so all they do is they test the waters, they throw something to you, to all of you, and then you rush at it at the way you're going to rush at it, and then they use that as a means. Now they had to do that until they now can raise the fuel to 1,000 plus, some 1,003, 1,002, 1,000, so wherever you are located. Now after that, of course, they already had the plan with Dangote refinery. All they needed to do is raise the price, then make it look like the price had gone high, and then Dangote will now come as a complaint. I want to sell fuel, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to get this done. They don't want me to supply. They are withholding me. The government doesn't want me to, don't want to give me crude, and all of that. And then your sympathy begins to go around them. Oh, allow Dangote, if Dangote comes, it will be cheaper for us. We won't be buying at least 1,003. It can be cheaper for us. And then along the line, the government says, okay, NNPC say, okay, they're going to be buying from Dangote direct. And then the government also, they are the ones who input the money and give to Dangote to build that refinery. The money stolen from you, from your land, from your resources, from you, from your children, from your grandchildren, from posterity, from your future, from your past, from your present. They are stealing from you, and they are building businesses, building so many things around themselves, and then you are all you do is just dance around. You're not thinking deep. You're not thinking very deep. Now I'm going to the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I just want to make this introduction so that we can understand where I'm going, the perspective, because this issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will take me time. I'll be talking about it from now henceforth. I will be talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because that is the subject of the matter. Now we have left the subject of the matter. We're dealing with the trifold, the negative, the distractions every here and there, and all the distractions is coming from the criminal in Finland, or coming from some of those who are on the DOS, or coming from some activities of some politicians telling you free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they want the government to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Just lip service to get people distracted and get people jumbled here and there, push them here and push them there, and make them dizzy, because when you turn somebody around and turn them around and turn them around, later they feel dizzy and they don't want to relax. And when they want to relax, they just feel that they need that ease at that point of relaxation, and then they now want to sit up. Oh, I don't want to feel that way again. Now it is very critical. Now suddenly Dangote comes up and he tells you they're going to sell fuel for 800 and something to marketers, and then they're going to sell to you 900, and then you now consider the 1,003 you're buying, so at least 400 is removed from it, or 350 is removed from it, so it's now cheaper. So you see how they play with your mind. This is the same strategy that is being utilized against you, against us, regarding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now I want to tell you this. let me tell you this very clear today. By what we see, by the body language of everybody, nobody is interested in the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. By the body language. Now, first of all, I want to talk to you, because before I go into deep into that, I'm not just going to make my allegation without substantiating them with facts. I'm going to do that, substantiate with facts, but I want you to listen to this. The first thing I want you to do before you begin to listen to the things I'm going to be saying from henceforth regarding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I'm going to be going deeper into different aspects of this discussion. The first thing I want you to do now is to liberate your mind from emotional grip. Remove your mind, your emotion from any group, whether you are for the DOS or you are for the criminal in Finland or you are for one other group or the other. Disconnect your emotion. I am not saying you should not listen to the DOS. No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying, I'm not saying you should listen to the criminal in Finland, because that one is not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's business. It is the criminal's business. He's actually preying on you and stealing from you. So he has nothing to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You saw what this same thing they did last year, around April last year or so. Is it? Yeah, towards this time last year. They started talking about one peace award somewhere, one NGO program. It has nothing to do with government. It does not affect anything. It has no relevance to anything. And then these are the things we were saying. When I was there with them, what we do is we were looking for programs that we could attend. Either one of us would attend, and then we'll use it as a means of fronting Biafra issue. It has no significance to the quest for freedom. Some of you don't understand these things. You think that attending all these NGO programs, I attend lots of programs. If I go there to talk about Biafra and the freedom of Biafrans, doesn't mean that I'm making any progress in the issue of solid freedom of the people. It doesn't mean that. If they think that it means that, then this 79th or how many, or is it the UNGA, General Assembly, the United Nations General Assembly, that is ongoing right now, also about to go on, of course, which the contraptions president says they are sending the vice Shetima to go. They should be there. They should have attended. If they have made impact, if they have lobbyists that have taken them beyond the place and the point to this point. Now, this is September. In 2 or 3 months or so, in 2 months plus, you are supposed to be having your freedom according to the criminal in Finland. But in September, he had not been able to lobby his way through to the United Nations Assembly to even get them to talk about it. Then how do you think you want to get your freedom? What is the marriage now? What is on ground that proves that you are attending the same programs that anybody could attend? Anybody could attend the peace program. It's not a big deal. All I need to do is when the program is coming up on social media or through their internet, I register and be part of it, and I go for the program and attend it. It doesn't make any difference. Anybody could attend it, and I'll go there and join everybody and make friends and then flaunt everything and tell them I have a speech to make on behalf of where I'm coming from. Peace, I'm representing the group I'm representing. I can be anything, whether I can call myself any group, and I come there, present a speech for peace in the world. Now look at it, the same Ngozi they are talking about. What did she talk about? She said she's representing the criminal in Finland and the government in exile. Whatever it is, everybody will listen. And then she said she's preaching peace. There should be peace in the world. Did she talk really agitating for freedom, that Biafra is ready, we are picking up, we're taking it strong, we have gotten to this point, we're declaring our independence in December? Did she say all of that? She just made some and people are posting it and sharing it. Now listen, the reason why I'm making this connection and references is, one, I want you to disconnect your mind from all this manipulation, all this self-deceit. It won't help us. It won't help us. We are far from our freedom by all this nonsense. I want you to disconnect, because before I begin to talk to you and you begin to understand me, you must first have your mind intact. You must first have your intellect intact. Your intellect must be intact. Your emotion must stay at its place, and your senses should help your emotion and behave. Because most of us, our emotion is not behaving because our senses have been sent packing or dormant, static, stationary somewhere inside of us. Our emotion has been bastardized by the narrative of the problems around us, both family problems, financial problems, the slavery problems, the situation of even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the desire to seek for something that will make you excited. That's why most of you are following the criminal in Finland, because he makes you excited. He does some stuff to make you excited. But this is not, that is not freedom. That is only a social, entertainment. You are being entertained. That's what is happening. You and I will see it. December 2nd will come. You will see what is going to happen. Some of you are still following. I'm not saying much about that now because I'm waiting for December to come so that you will understand that when we say some stuff, we are not saying them because we hate anybody or because we are just like some of you are talking. All you say is the hatred, jealousy, and all of that. Why would I be jealous? What are we dragging? Do I have any relationship with him? We work together. Why would I be jealous? We worked together then when we thought that we were actually pushing the cause to see how we can free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We worked together. But when I saw it was selfish, I left. Nobody told me to leave. I was the one who stood and said, I'm going to leave. And then when they saw that I was, against them, they began to remove my name from their WhatsApp platforms. All the places, they removed my name. That's their business. What do they call it now? Advisory board. That you have people who don't even know what they're advising in that board. They removed my name there as the secretary. The other parts, is it the recruitment stuff? You want to recruit people, and then you begin to use them for propaganda. That's what is happening. But anyways, I want you to disconnect your mind because I'm going to be taking you deep into facts that you have to understand. Honestly, we are not behaving well. Honestly, let me tell you, we have not even begun for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I will begin from this point. I want you to understand here that there is no way Tinubu and his government can keep or could keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu until now without one, the support of the governors of the southeast or the south, the south or the west or the east generally. Two, the support and the compromise of some members of the DOS whom they know are controlling the people. Three, the support of some of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu family members. These three set of people, let me tell you, I'll repeat it. I'll repeat what I said. There is no way Tinubu's government can keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No government works against any tribe without getting basic people in that particular tribe on their side. Anytime you see a government fighting a particular tribe and could take action, unless where you have military rule and they come all out for genocide, killing and all of that, like what is happening in Sudan, what happened in Somalia and other places, like what happened in Rwanda, in the 90s, early 90s. And what happened in, South Sudan some other times and all of that before there was this independence of South Sudan and all of that. All of those stuff. Anywhere you find a so-called democracy or a so-called system that is not military, even military, before you see someone come in and begin to fight a particular tribe, before you see that the Igbos are being marginalized, it is not in isolation. There are prominent people in Igbo land that are enjoying the loot of you being marginalized. And those people, they know those ones have influence in the society. They use their boys, they use their men, they use their people to control the people in the villages, in the communities. So where the people would have had a voice to fight back, those places are dormant because they're making money from it. Today, an ordinary person cannot go and fight. That's why they can't approve guns for the people in spite of the killings of the Fulanis. You know why? Because when you have guns, you know that you have the ability to fight for yourself in your hands. That's what they know. So they won't approve that because it will affect you. Now, I want you to get this because I'll soon end this video now. I want to just get this point. First one, disconnect your mind or disconnect yourself from emotional attachment. We are seeking for our freedom. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader. That's all. Any other person who is coming to jamboree around you, whether on Radio Biafra or whether with a criminal in Finland or any other place, you should see them as suspects from henceforth. They might not be convicted later, but some of them will be, definitely. But see everyone as suspect. Because the reason why I say so now, for the past 3 years, nobody is even talking about setting up a system or a structure, a particular narrative or a committee to investigate what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You don't have that in a system that is functional. You don't have this level of impunity, disregard. Let me tell you something. The reason why I said we're not behaving well is this. There is nowhere in the world, there is no place in this world where things are working normally, where things are normal, that you have the leader kidnapped, you have the leader of the people extraordinary, illegally renditioned, extra legal action against the leader of the people. Yet, for 3 years, there's the leadership he controls. No one is talking about setting up a system to probe what happened to the leader. Even if there are clear evidences of people who first knew about this whole thing, about his kidnap and extraordinary rendition, even if there are clear evidences that there are people who knew he traveled, there are people who he was supposed to meet at the Kenya airport, there were people who knew about his kidnap, evidences of some things that happened along the line, both the meeting he was supposed to have with some people and all of that. Even if there are evidences of all of these, yet we are here 3 years. Nobody in the leadership, in the DOS, is talking about setting up a committee to know, the fact-finding committee to know what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in a place where these things are normal. This would have been done even before the first year ends. But for the fact that till today nobody's saying it, should raise your curiosity and should make you understand that there is something somewhere that is wrong. And for that fact alone, destroy your henchmanship, your partisanship to anybody, unless you don't love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I'm beginning on this note. Disconnect your mind emotionally, because we're going to be talking real now. This is Truth Channel Network. I'm not against anybody, but I am for the truth. And the truth will haunt some people, will hurt some people, will offend some people. It is normal with truth. We live in a world today where in the globe, I tell you, even in America, in all around the world, lies have become entrenched in the fabric of the global structure and operations and activities. Lies have taken over. In fact, the manipulation in the world today is so high that it is painful. Sometimes I reason it out. I say, wow, we're living in dangerous times. The lies are cooking so hard, and everybody is, especially those who are the globalists, pushing hard to make sure that World War III comes. Lots of things are going bad terribly everywhere. But we know that we can save ourselves if we are on the path of truth. If we think we are going to get Biafra by this behavior that we are putting up now, we are not going anywhere. We have not begun. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can be kidnapped and extraordinarily renditioned, until now, none of us is insisting on fact-finding committee in spite of the evidences and the suspicion around and things people have said that should raise us asking questions or cause us asking questions, and nobody is saying anything until now. Then something is wrong somewhere. If you love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, this is the time. Now, since for 3 years now, they have not done anything about that. They tell you they are working on the ground, and yet what they come on Radio Biafra to do is to talk about one another, talk against the lawyers, talk against the other person, talk against the family of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The family of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu talks against them. Everybody's talking against everybody. This one is talking about how I can command and people will do this. I can give an order, people will do this. That alone should tell you that their purpose is about getting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out of the picture and then taking control. So they have now consistently begun to making Radio Biafra a forum for continuous conversation that surrounds them, that revolves around them. Once a while they mention Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now let me tell you, we're going to go deep into this. I'm going to reveal so many things to you because we need to get to the bottom of what has happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We can't continue like this. If you don't know that we are still we are stagnant, in fact we are retrogressing, you should know this by now. Unless you are not really thinking, unless you just want to allow yourself to be dormant and just deceive yourself. If you think that you are making progress, you are not making progress, because everything now happening shows that there is a compromise somewhere. We must come to understand what is going on. But first, you have to disconnect your mind. No matter how you have been connected and attached to some of these people, whether any of them who are on the DOS or any other person anywhere who claims to be fighting for freedom for you, this is the time for you to disconnect your mind so that you can reason, and then we ask the right questions, and then we take the right actions. If all of us, every Biafran, begin to sit up now and say we want the right thing to be done, you will see what is going to happen. I have told you this. The first point I've made is that the holding of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by the Tinubu administration is not in isolation. It is in conjunction with the politicians some of the politicians, in Biafra land. 2, some members of the DOS, if you believe it, or if you like, believe it. If you like, don't believe it. I'm talking about the DOS of IPOB. 3, some members of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu family. You know, these 3 groups of people, some people are part of keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu where he is. If you don't know it, know it. When Buhari first kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, it was not in isolation. Buhari could not do it alone. He needed Igbo politicians to be part of it. 1, 2, he needed some members. The Igbo politicians need to compromise with, they need to get some of the members of the DOS to compromise, especially those ones who have the power who have the influence. Let me use the word influence here. Who have the influence amongst the people. That is why you saw that when this happened, all the DOS, especially those ones who have the influence, were doing is to calm everybody. No proper action was taken. We will go deep into that. We have to reason. We are not fools. We have to reason. Because if we don't reason out things, we are going to be messed up. We're going to have a nation that when we start, it's going to be chaotic. By the time Biafra comes home, it's going to be chaotic, and it won't even come easily. It's going to be a struggle where this generation might pass and it doesn't come. It might pass and we will not see it. But we all here in this generation want to see it. We want to see Biafra. And I know you want to see it. I want to see it. And I want to see it. How many years do we have to live? But we have to get this result before we die. And we can't get it in this level of behavior that we have. Please get ready for the next, and I'm going to be posting after this, because I'm going to take it further. I'm going to take it further into this discussion. And please submit your comments or drop your comments or comment your thoughts on this on the comment section. Please, I want to I want to hear your comments. I want to get your mind on this matter. And also, please, I want you to like this video. When you like it, you prompt other people, to like it also, to come to it. And also, please share on all your social media platforms. On platforms you belong, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you belong, X, wherever you belong, please share them. Share it, because if people are promoting lies here and there, if you find the truth, you don't promote it, you are retarding the truth. And you are making lies to spread more and gain control of our world. The little you can do is, when you find a fact or a truth, you spread it by sharing. It's not about me. It has nothing to do with me. It has to do with you and I on the path of truth. And what is common between you and I, we might not agree in everything, but the truth must stand. The truth is what binds us. Please share on all your social media platforms, please. And please subscribe to this channel so that we can grow this channel and have more people coming to listening to us and understanding what we're doing. Please, it's very, very important. Please do that. Thank you so much. I love you, and enjoy the rest of your evening, morning, or afternoon. Thank you so much, and God bless you real good.
chi omema nanegi isukeme gekele chi